yeah, like. What's up, everyone? My name is Rhey. I'm 20 years old, and I'm the proud owner of One Cut Studios. What started off as a joke between friends and family turned into an established brand through grit, passion, and endless hours behind the chair. So, growing up, my dad would often cut me and my brother's hairs, and it was a form of saving, so I understood that. But as the years went on, 2019 came, and I just got sick of the butchered haircuts. So I took the clippers out of his hand and I started cutting my brother's hairs, my friend's hairs. Shout out Tron Tipper, first haircut. And yeah, just spent 2019 just grafting away, trying to get better. It was a ropey start. I had no education or anything. I just wanted to do it all myself. And then came up to Christmas 2019, and that was the moment of realization where I just thought, this is it. I can actually make a career. And it wasn't no longer a joke. I wasn't that good in school. I wasn't the academic type, and cutting hair just kind of felt natural to me. So coming out of Christmas 2019, kind of the first time I walked away with just my first bit of money, and came to March 2020, I think the lockdown began, and I just used the opportunity to try to get as much haircut as I could as possible. All the barbershops were closed, and it was just a great way to gain new clientele. And it was up until October 2020, I got my first job opportunity in Paddy the Turk, and I took it within a heartbeat. I wanted to gain the shop experience and what it's like working in a barbershop, and spent probably nearly a year there, up until I got offered a junior barber position in Old County, Mace. So given this opportunity, I just knew I couldn't back down. So I spent 3 years in Old County, Mace. I grew as a person, grew as a barber, and gained so much experience in Old County, and I couldn't thank them enough. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. So as the years went on with Old County, I started to get fully booked, and I realised then how much money I was actually making for someone else, and it actually just gave me the courage to look out for bigger opportunities to go out on my own. So that's when I got offered this space in Unit 3 Health and Fitness. So I left Old County then in June 2023, and I spent the following months up until August 2024 to get better, to improve myself, the haircuts, my services, and how I can make One Cut Studios the brand it is today. So I opened up, and I knew this was probably going to be the biggest risk I'd take in my life, financially, mentally, and looking back on it now, it's the best thing I've ever done. Fully booked every single day. 2025 was a great year, to be honest. It was full of lessons. Competing in the barber bashes, the Irish Barber Expo, cutting on stage, connections, getting flown out, call outs, all that. Yeah, so going into the first year of business, reflecting on that, there is a lot of ups and downs, and being fully booked every day, I only thought it was going up, but it does start to drain you, and you don't really realise that when you're starting off, when you're trying to get better, you're trying to, get as much clients as you can, but it does have its downsides to it. Working, 12 to 14 hour shifts a day, 5 days a week, it does take a toll on your body. And I was doing that pretty much for the first whole year of One Cut Studios, and I started to gain weight, started to have no time for others. It was just, my whole life was just revolved around cutting hair and trying to get the money up. So yeah, I'd say it was probably summer last year, I just decided to really balance out working as a barber and my life, because at the end of the day I was still 20 years old. Yes, money's good and everything, but you need that balance in your life. Started going back to the gym, started to work on myself, tried to get the diet back in. Yeah, signed up with a coach, Adam Darcy, and yeah, started working on myself, started strictly keeping it 9 hours a day, and yeah, life was just going back uphill. And towards the end of 2025, I wanted to give myself a challenge and step out of my comfort zone. And knowing the connections I've made throughout the years of barbering, I don't think it's talked about enough about what actually happens in the chair. So I decided to make my own barber series in the cut. So I wanted to actually showcase what goes on one-to-one in the chair. I don't think it does get expressed enough on social media or online. Yeah, and the main message really is, in the most least cheesiest way, just follow your dreams. Like, if you have goals to hit them. There'll be highs and lows, but it's just about enjoying the journey, really. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not at the start either. And 2026 have goals to hit. Yeah. My name's Rhey Adam Mejos, and this is about me.